What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So listen, we back, okay? We are back for the rest of this season. Honestly, I don't know why the guys say that this is season 5, episode 1, which is really not. Because if you played the episode, it literally starts off and it said what happened at the beginning of this season. You know, I don't know what episode it is. I'll figure it out, bitch. But baby, we finna get into it, okay? I am so goddamn tired. Baby, let me tell you the shit that happened. First of all, I ain't get no sleep last night. Now, when I finally went, I know y'all be like, damn, every other video you come up on here talk about something, you ain't get no sleep. Girl, I'm in a new place. I'm still trying to get acclimated or whatever. Fine. Fuck all of that. When I finally get to sleep, I get a fucked up ass phone call. Like, girl, text message or some shit. And that just threw me out. I get to work. So I'm surprised I didn't go to fuck to sleep at work. I get a call, you know, from the landlord or you know, yeah, the landlord of my old place. He was like, you know, he got a guy there. They said that you got a package or whatever. I said, leave it up in the goddamn mailbox. Okay, because I come to work and come to go get it after work, bitch. So I get there. Where's the package? I don't even know what package it is. I didn't send no package there. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever it is and whoever sent it, I'm sorry. I don't know who it was. I didn't get it. I was just so goddamn mad that I wasted my time to go over there. And then it just reminded me, bitch, it was time for you to go, because as soon as I get over there, I'm waiting for my car to come back. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I said, God damn, because it's like in another building. They got like 3 stories that was next to me, you know, and the girl come up just bamming on the goddamn door. And I'm like, oh my God, it sound like a freaking batting range up in here, like you finna bust the bitch down. And they just started going at it. I mean, it just felt like I was in the WWE all of a sudden. I said, oh my God, I was really living in the ghetto. I was living up in the ghetto, bitch. You know, I said I had to remove myself from that shit. Oh, because it's so peaceful over here. Besides the little, you know, ambulance, since I'm at a hospital a little bit around the way. I mean, girl, it's fine compared to that shit. Anyway, that's what I was. So, baby, if I ain't got no energy, I ain't got no energy. I say all that just to say that. But we going to get up into this, and I'm going to make it as good as possible. I know y'all been seeing all the mess that's been going on with Martell and Melody, so it's like kind of crazy to actually start this episode off where it literally ended last time. I was about to say last season, but at the beginning of the season. When it went on break, we saw Martell come down there to, you know, bring the kids to see Melody as she was, you know, I guess they was doing the grand opening of this amphitheater down there in Huntsville. And, you know, it was an awkward meeting, okay, because he didn't know what to say. Melody ain't had shit to say, you know, and he used the excuse of, I just brought the kids here to meet her and to partake in what was going on. And she was like, I mean, thank you for, you know, using your weekend or whatever to bring the kids, and that's all, that's cool, you know. And that's basically that was said between them. He was like, you know, I know when to just not say nothing. I said, for real? Because obviously now, what happened between then and that? Okay, because they've been going back and forth, custody battles, airing each other asses out. Girl, it's just too goddamn much. It is too goddamn much. And it is so crazy how with every freaking reality show, no matter what station it is, baby, when it is about to come back for either the rest of the season or the continue for a new season, all the drama starts to ramp up, okay? Behind the scenes drama tries to ramp up before the show comes on, and that's exactly what happened with this one. And so, you know, Vanessa was talking about, you know, it was nice to see Martell up here with the kids, and Mel talking about how that affected Vanessa because Vanessa actually liked Martell at one point or whatever. Girl, I don't give a damn, okay? Martell did what he did, and, you know, sometimes I sit and I think and look to myself and I be like, damn, bitch, you really kind of cold-blooded. Because when I tell you, if we not cool no more, you know, if let's say my sister was with somebody, you know what I'm saying, and y'all broke up, and I don't give a damn if we went and kicked it all the goddamn time, you know, If we went to go kick it all the time, we went on double dates, we did this, we did that. You know, I called you my bro, you called me your sister, whatever, and you and my sister break up, and I mean for good, bitch, I broke up with you too. I'm just that type of person, bitch. I'm not finna consort with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And if you got kids, I still ain't got time to talk to you because I don't have to talk to you. The kids got to talk to you. I'm sorry, that's just the type of person I am. You can say that's a little cold, Ashley. That's just a little cold. It ain't fake. It's my loyalty gonna always go with my sis. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. But this is a different situation because they got kids. So of course they gotta continue to talk, and you know the grandparents gotta talk or whatever. So hey, that's what it is. Understandable. Then we get over here to this goddamn retreat, right, baby? I just don't understand. How is it that Tisha, how she invite the couples to the goddamn retreat and they show up late? Maurice and freaking Kimmy was the first one to get there. You know, he keep on talking about, you know, Francis, Dr. Francis, he fixed me, you know, I'm good, we ain't got no problems. Mind you, in the preview, you know, for what's going to be coming on, he all talking about sex and shit. This whole situation that he was talking about before, you know, they came out here. And we'll get onto that when it comes up because I don't know, like, when the show first came on, out of all the men, I did like Martell at first before we found out his true character. I really mostly like Maurice. I was like, Maurice is the only husband on here that really is like through. He on his shit. He not grimy. He ain't nothing. We got Marceau. He's sexist as hell. He's controlling. He's this. He's that. A narcissist and all that. He's old school. Bitch. You look at Maurice, and Maurice is the older brother between him and Marceau. And Maurice is the same as fucking Marceau now. And I've been seeing that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us been seeing that more and more ever since the season's been going on. And we seeing it more this season and a hell of a lot last season. I said, oh my God, Maurice, you just kind of like turned my stomach a little bit. The way that you be doing shit, especially when it comes to this sex topic. Then, of course, Tiffany and Lewis, you know, Big Lou, they show up, right? I said, I forgot they was on this show. I was like, see, y'all that damn forgettable, okay, bitch? You know, you ain't made no real impact. You know what I'm saying? And so they come up in there, and, you know, Dr. Francis and his wife is there, whatever. And, you know, they trying to see where the hell Tisha and Marceau at. They called them to see what's going on. They was like, girl, guess what happened? So we had a scheduling mix-up with the nanny, with the babysitter or whatever. But we on our way. It's a whole bunch of traffic or whatever. And then I think Kimmy or one of them said, you know, Gimme said Dr. Francis up here waiting on y'all asses or something like that. Just mentioned Dr. Francis' name. Now remember, Marceau did not know that he was coming on this goddamn retreat. He knew he was coming on something, but he ain't know it had anything to do with Dr. Francis, okay? Because had he known offhand, he would have said no. And we know Marceau, he gonna get his way. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not the first time that Tisha that popped up on his ass and surprised him with a visit to Dr. Francis. That's how they first became acquainted, because she surprised him with it, you know, and he don't do too well with shit like that. So he was trying to get out of it, but of course Tisha said Jay finna come. And honestly, they had a real reason not to, because when they actually showed up, come to find out, Tisha friend had passed away, right? They got the news that her college best friend passed away. That's unfortunate. Tisha better than me, because bitch, it would have been fuck y'all. I'm finna go home and I'm finna cry. Okay? I'm finna go home and finna cry. I don't care. My friend probably would have wanted me to just stay here and do all this stuff. But bitch, I'm finna go home and I'm finna cry for a few hours, and then I get myself together. I don't want to be around y'all asses. And myself, I really don't want to be around you right about now. Just let me be, okay? You know, but they finna stick it out. Wouldn't be me, but hey, I give you credit for that. But then, while they waiting on them to come up in there, Tiffany gets her ass up and she was like, unfortunately, I got a call. Okay, I got to take this call. The way Dr. Francis' face was like, and his wife was like, are you serious? Are you serious? He was over it already. He gets up talking about, I mean, he gave them a whole lesson about commitment. Okay, you can't be in two places at one time. You can't be having your mind here but still over there doing business and stuff, because it's just not gonna work like that. Okay. And I said, oh, you know, he called her out and everything, and Lewis was like, well, I mean, I'm here, so you know, you could relay the message to her. He go back there to see what's going on with Tiffany, if she's still on the phone. Tiffany back there off the phone. She said, I'm just answering emails. I said, girl, take your ass back up in there. She said, is Tisha and Marcel there? I mean, they wasn't yet, but shit, bitch, have goddamn respect, okay? I was just like, oh, just so fucking rude. And at the end of the day, what do Tiffany and Lewis need this retreat for? Just to tell them what we already know? Y'all in a fake-ass marriage? Any goddamn way, please. So Martell go and pick up his mama, because he about to go pick up the kids, and of course he got to tell mama, you know, you know, it was even though it was my weekend, so I went to go drop the kids off and let them see their mama. You know, she was at the you know, amphitheater, and you know, it was real nice to let them see that, and you know, with a co-host and all that, and you know, that was good striding and everything, and you know, we really didn't say nothing, and I said, what? Listen, Martell is full of shit, okay? And you want to know where he get it from? And I don't like to be disrespectful to people mamas who, you know, isn't really outwardly disrespectful to other people. And that is what Martell mama is. Martell mama will say certain stuff, but she's not so overtly disrespectful, you know, that you'll have to catch that shit. But the reason why he's the way that he is because of the way that she raised that man. The way that she was sitting there talking, and, you know, he was like, it was basically awkward or whatever. We getting a little bit better, I guess. I mean, because this is the first time that, you know, we synced each other in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was like, I mean, yeah, you can feel however you feel, but don't be all bitter or whatever, because that's still the kid's father. You know, you still got to let him see him, and you still got to do this. And, you know, you can be hurt, you can be mad, but don't be bitter and all this other shit that she be saying. And I just be sitting here like, this is the reason why he is the way that he is, okay? And it's because she comes from the school of, I'm going to let him, you know, have his way, think what he want to think. What did I say? I had tweeted something. Let me get it right. She fucked up raising him. I feel like she kind of messed up raising him because, you know, she coddles the mess out of him, and she never calls him out really on a lot of the stuff that he does. Like she'll somewhat call him out, but then she'll still defend it. She don't hold him accountable, okay? So it is okay to sit there and say, well, son, the reason why all of this stuff is going on, and me as a woman, I can understand where Melody is coming from. Yeah, she may be doing a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it is all in reaction to what you did. You set all of this in motion. So you cannot be surprised that this woman is going around feeling the way that she feels about you, wanting to not have much to do with you, you know, probably going to social media saying certain things because of what you've done, okay, or just because she's in her feelings. But this is all because of you. No, she want to put it all on her. Well, you know, you can be hurt, but you ain't got to be bitter. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go on social media. You ain't got to talk about people and all this stuff, and you know, because you are still the kid's father. I said, I don't care. He be still talking shit about her, I'm pretty sure. We seen that recently. So, you know, she is still the kid's mother. So why are you trying to put her on blast? Why y'all putting each other on blast like that? So if you're going to tell her something, try to say something about her, you need to apply that shit to your own son. And see, she comes off as a woman because I'm pretty sure, you know, her age and the generation that she comes from. I don't know the situation that happened with Martell's father and her, or what other type of relationships that she was in, but she comes from that generation where, and she gives me this, I'm gonna stay in a toxic ass relationship no matter what. No matter what. I'm gonna submit. I'm gonna let this man disrespect the fuck out of me. I'ma let him, cheat on me, do all this stuff or whatever, and say whatever, but I'm still gonna stay, and I still gonna know my place, and I'm not gonna talk back or anything like that. And that's literally how Martell was raised, to have that same mentality that whatever I say goes. I can do whatever it is that I want to, and you're not supposed to say nothing about it. You're supposed to be okay with it, because his mama had him like that. And every time I look at them, I'm just be like, child, oh, wow, generational curses and shit. That we gotta break free of certain things. Meanwhile, back over there at the retreat, Dr. Francis said, since the shit happened with Letitia and Marceau, they a little sad, Tisha a little sad or whatever. So we're not going to address the fact that they was toward me. I said, okay, I get them a little pass for that too, even though, that ain't really why they was toward me. But okay, I can get that. You don't want to pile on, okay? Make her feel better in anyway. Make her feel better anyway. Make her feel worse. There you go. That's okay. Anyway, I'm tired. But, they get into the whole thing about you're as good as your last challenge. Okay, that is the whole thing, right? So basically, we get up into this whole situation about Tiffany and, her getting up and, going to take this phone call. And Dr. Francis' issue is, you didn't even ask. You didn't say, is it cool that I take this phone call? I'm so sorry. Like, I really have to take this. Is it okay if I get up and take it or whatever? She just said, listen, y'all, I got to take this phone call. It's business, and I'll see y'all in a minute. That's what it was. And I get where Dr. Francis is coming from. Even though, and Tiffany thing is, the whole, the retreat thing, therapy shit hasn't even started yet because the other couple wasn't here. So I felt like I could do it. And I've already communicated with my husband that this is what it is. And he got on Louis' ass and was basically like, you just let your wife get up and you ain't even say nothing. And I was like, hold up, let her get up. But when he broke it down, I was like, okay, I get what he trying to say. Because sometimes the shit be coming off a little misogynistic, and I be just sitting here like, what? Okay, explain that. Meaning like, you didn't put your, be like, babe, just sit here and wait a minute. Like, you supposed to put that on hold or whatever. And so I get it. Because that's basically what Tiffany did. And the only reason why it's coming off like that is because Tiffany, they don't give a damn. Like, Tiffany, if you knew that you had this situation going on, that you knew that you had to take this business shit, and like Kimmy said, you can't give 100% to business and 100% to this whole situation or the household if, at the same time or whatever. You have to, sometimes you lacking, okay? Nobody can give 100% to everything all the damn time. Mind you, Tiffany has already said some things that was going on in her relationship, allegedly. And then Will, Will, what is that coming from? That was one of my that's my ex-boyfriend. I don't know why that popped up in my head. Yes, that was back in the day. Bitch. Anyway, he was a little chocolate. I wonder how he doing. I'm gonna have to go look him up and go see what's going on. Anyway, moving on from that, Louis, he was like, I didn't say nothing because I'm protecting my wife. I said, protecting your wife from what? Who there that you need to protect her from? The big bad wolf ain't there. Okay, that whole excuse, I'm protecting my wife. Now, if it was a situation where I understand that, you trying to protect, her dignity, protect her, other stuff, whatever. But in that situation, what was you protecting, boo-boo? It wasn't nothing to protect. She just got her ass up and took a call because she's not committed to being there. She's just there for a contractual obligation, because Louis and Tiffany acting like everything is all to the good with them. They're so fucking perfect at this point. But yet, you up here complaining about sex. You up here complaining about she's working too goddamn much and this and that and that. And that's what Kimmy was like, y'all all up in everybody else's business and you giving conversation about everybody else. But then when it comes to y'all, you don't really want to put out there what's going on to the fucking goddamn therapist. And I'm just sitting here like, it's giving, y'all got to be a little bit more consistent. Okay, Like, if you're gonna be on this show, everybody on this goddamn show is bearing their self, okay? We see the shit that's going on with Martell and Melody. They really putting that shit out there. You know, Marceau and Tisha dealing with the bullshit too. You got Kimmy and Maurice, they finna start dealing with the bullshit as well. And then you got Tiffany and goddamn Lewis sitting here trying to act like they ain't got no issues between them. And if they do got issues, it's very superficial. Bitch, please, okay? Unless y'all fake married and this relationship is just for play and for TV sake, y'all got some issues. And the fact that y'all feel like y'all got to put on goddamn airs, that's your main motherfucking issue right there, bitch. But anyway, Dr. Francis was like, we finna do this exercise, okay? I said, what exercise? I'm tired. He was like, y'all finna tie y'all legs around. And then the wife was like, tied up at the ankle. I said, come on, interject, Miss Marlo, okay? And they was like, what? Tied up at the ankle? Okay, what we finna do? And he said, walk around for 15 minutes. I said, 15 minutes so they can trip on each other? That's Lewis and Tiffany. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. He gonna be dragging that little girl, okay, that little woman. I said, what we about to do, Dr. Francis? What is the purpose? Let us know. So Dr. Francis had them put that tie on them. Girl, they said walk around for 15 minutes. What you mean, sir? 15 minutes? He go, Marcel, I mean, we do that all the time. I said, shut up. Just get up and go ahead and walk. But I will say Tisha and Marcel, they the one that really went through the exercise correctly. Like, they were yoked, I guess. Here go Tisha, like, we really getting it done. I think we like the best one out of everybody because we've been together for like 16 years, okay? And so we know the ins and outs of each other and all that. And they kind of did. I ain't even gonna lie about it because everybody else was struggling to try to get on the same pace, okay? It's like, you know, it's a struggle of who gonna lead, who not gonna lead, who gonna follow, submit, all that stuff. I said, all right, Dr. Francis, I see where you going. Do I really see where you going? Maybe a little bit. I'll give you a little something, you know. And so they go outside, and I was just looking at Tiffany and Lewis walk down them damn steps. I said, show them walking down the steps. Because Tiffany was like, oh, my God, I'm not used to being walking this slow. I said, God damn, Tiffany, calm down. I said, what? Don't say that out loud, okay? You know, Maurice and Kimmy, they can't get their stride because Kimmy want to go here. Maurice want to go there. He doing it too fast. She doing it too slow, you know. And then you just see Marceau and Tisa, they just walking. They doing their little stride. They walking in unison and everything. And, you know, you got Tiffany over there like, oh, my God. It's like, I feel like I'm trapped. I don't want to be by this motherfucker. I said, what is going on, girl? He was like, she don't like to be, you know, she don't like to feel trapped or whatever. I said, that's literally what she just said. That's literally what she just said. And that is what Dr. Francis said about Lewis. You scared to talk up to your wife? Okay, you living up in fear or whatever? You fear to be, you know, to say other stuff or whatever, to appear to be speaking out against her and all that stuff. No, I don't need to do that because I got to protect my wife. I said, all right. You know, and Dr. Francis clocked it. He was like, listen, because Tiffany was like, I mean, you could pick me up. He was like, you know what? You know, I see that Tiffany has, you know, said a couple of times for Lewis to pick her up, and he did. Now, whether or not he did that because he really wanted to or because he just wanted to oblige her so that, you know, she won't have to say nothing or he won't have to hear the shit later. That's what it sounded like, okay? So once they got through with all of that shit, you know, he was telling them the significance of the exercise, okay? Baby, I feel like we all in couples therapy right about now, and we ain't even coupled up. Well, most of us, well, some of us, well, a few of us, okay? I don't know what it is. You know, some of y'all sitting at home watching me with your mate or listening with your mate. Must be nice. Anyway, let me stop playing. I love it. I love. You know, if y'all over there, give your spouse I say hello. How y'all doing? You know, hey girl, hey dude, how you doing? But he was like, when your legs is the two legs together like this, okay, that means y'all in unison. That is the thing that both of y'all got in common in the relationship / marriage, right? The two legs that's apart, that's the independent side of y'all. And then it's gonna be a struggle as to who gonna do what, you know, all of this shit. Now, when he broke that shit down, I was like, you know what? All right, I get that shit. It made sense to me. It made sense to me. And I'm just still sitting here like, you know, I feel as though, honestly, Lewis and I know it sounds like I'm probably like getting on Lewis and Tiffany, but it's so obvious. It's so obvious they should have just stayed their asses home. The facade is about to break, okay? It's about to break. So, you know, you got Stormy up in there playing with her little sound bowls, okay? And Mel goes over there to go see her. She was like, girl, she told me to come over there and to come see her. And we were up in her Zen room or whatever. Girl, Stormy is on that floor trying to explain which bowl is which, okay? And she looking down at the paper. Now, the way that they was giving it to us is as if Stormy was like, you know, she been doing this. Mama an amateur at best, okay? She a beginner, you know what I'm saying? She was like, this is the sacral, okay? And this one is the, hold on, that one right there, that's the heart. That's the heart one, okay? That's the third eye. You know, it was very much sounding like... You know, when you take Spanish and you only took it, you know, freshman year of high school, and you swear you know everything about it, like you can go up in there, you can have whole ass conversations with everybody, and you know how they be sounding, okay? That's what it sound like. It be sounding all like broken English and everything. That's how she sound like explaining them both. I said, now, Stormy, which one is that one? She was like, girl, I don't even know. Let me get the paper. I said, all right. They up in there talking about how things was, and you know how come Stormy wasn't at the little opening at the amphitheater or whatever. She had some shit to do. She was like, but listen, girl, guess what? Martell showed up, and you know it was nice to see the kids. That's what it is. You know, it caught me off by surprise or whatever, but it was nice to see the kids. And you know, it was almost as if he wanted to say something else, but at that point it was just like, I'm just here for the kids, okay? And I believe Martell did have intentions of saying something else to Mel. That was the main reason why he wanted to use the kids as a reason to go up there to see her, but it just never went there. And I'm glad that he didn't bring anything up and start no drama, because, you know, Mel said everything went cool. Stormy asking how was the relationship or how did the interaction go or whatever with Vanessa and him. And it was like, you know, Vanessa... she did like him, okay? So, you know, they have that situation, but, you know, when things are good, yeah, I'm gonna be cool with you. I'm gonna love you and all that stuff, but what you're not gonna do is hurt my child, and you feel like I'm gonna still be on your side and I'm gonna still be cool with you like that or whatever. And to get into the whole relationship with Marlene, Martell's mama, okay? And so... because, you know, Stormy was like, how was the relationship between you and Martell mama? And she was like, I ain't spoke to that lady or seen that lady since 2021 because she said some things about me that were not true. Talking about somehow, you know, Mel basically was at home doing nothing, being lazy, and having Martell work to the death, damn near. He about to work my baby to death. And I'm just like, oh my God, what's she over there doing with my baby, and got him up here working all this time or whatever. And he like, yep, I remember that clip. And I was just looking, I remember that clip because I remember that wig. Okay, yeah. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, see, what did I say earlier about Marlene and Martell? Same people, okay? He is his mother's child. But, you know, she was like, when we going through the shit that we going through right now, I'm able to continue to sustain myself, and you see I'm going to bigger and better heights. Obviously, I'm not lazy, because if I was lazy, I wouldn't be able to do that. And she is 100% correct. Again, Marlene will never make her son take accountability for the shit that he done, okay? And I'm talking about full accountability. Don't just say, okay, yeah, I did it, okay? Do you understand how this hurts another person, how this affects other people? And then Mel just got into the whole situation about, you know, yeah, they can... If she see him, I guess they'll probably have a conversation. But at the end of the day, you know, she does miss the relationship that she had with Marlene because they were close at one point. But she's going to just have to become a casualty of war at this point because you're the kid's grandparents. And I know it's messed up to say it like this. You the kid's grandparent, and you know, we have no real reason to actually have a conversation after the shit that you said. You hurt me. You realize, and it's almost as if you don't realize that you kind of hurt me by saying the stuff that you did, putting out false narratives or whatever. And it's like, you know, I don't have no ill will against you. It's just that if you're not bringing peace and positive energy to my life, I have no problem cutting you off. And that may sound harsh, but I 100% agree with that, because you have to, we live in this day and age where we keep talking about, you know, mental health and protecting your space, protecting your energy. And we see a whole bunch of people going through a whole bunch of shit. And we see a whole bunch of people standing to stop toxic relationships or interactions that are not benefiting us and that are causing us more harm than good. And therefore, if we need to cut that shit off. People need to learn how to cut that shit off, okay? Yeah, we had a good relationship back in the day, but right now it's just not benefiting me, okay? It's causing me more harm. You up here doing this, your son doing this. That's your son. Deal with him. You ain't really got to deal with me right now. Maybe down the road we can revisit it, but right now, and I understood that 100% because I'm the same exact way. I'll cut you off in a second. If it's hurting me or it ain't bringing no type of, why am I trying to keep this? For real. Cut. So, you know, the couples at the retreat, they come inside and, you know, they getting ready and all that stuff. And, you know, of course, Marceau was just like, listen, I didn't know you had to come out here and we was finna be up here with Dr. Francis. And then Kimmy and Maurice, they in there talking about, you know, I told you it was just a little bit too tight. And basically what I mean by that is not to let me go, just to loosen up a little bit. It's just showing what's going on in their relationship, you know, according to them, which we all see. Because Maurice want to fucking lead a lot, but you also with an independent woman as well who will allow you to lead when you deserve to, okay? Just work with her, you know what I'm saying? That's all she asking. Okay, let's work in unison. Let's work in conjunction too, you know? So they come out there, they having a little din-din and, you know, getting out there what they learn. Marceau said something, I don't know. But, you know, Tisha was talking about basically having time, you know, for your kids and then having time for your spouse. And, you know, it was like you go from teaching your kids real well how to be who they need to be. Then you go into empty nesting, okay? And then that's when they start piping up about, you know, Tiffany. She's in that empty nesting phase, them too, because Tiffany wants to have a baby because both their boys are coming to that age where they're becoming more independent and they don't want to be around their parents as much, you know. They want to go out and explore and be teenagers, you know. And so she brings up the fact that she wants to have this baby. And, you know, I'm just tired of talking about this situation. Maybe because I'm tired of talking about Tiffany and Louis. I don't know. I feel like we're focusing a little bit too much on them, but hey, this is what we have to deal with. As you can tell, I'm not making it no joke or no secret that they're my least favorite couple on here. And hey, it is what it is. So that's why they're getting the stuff that they're getting. But this whole situation, Louis, she said she wants to have a baby, but Louis is wishy-washy on it. And she does not want to do something that he doesn't want to, he's not in full agreement with. It's very much given the same situation that was going on with Sonya and Ross on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh my God, that reunion come on tomorrow. I'm gonna be so goddamn tired. But y'all about to stress me out. But you know, he started talking about, you know, because they either was going to have the baby, you know, adoption, fostering, you know, the whole situation with her being a foster kid. And, you know, we get her story about how her parents gave her up at birth and then her foster parents got her and they were addicted to drugs or whatever. And he was like, so, yeah, people let you down. So you basically having this whole thing of, you know, whether or not you attach to people or you distance yourself from people. And basically you want a baby because you know that a baby will always need you, and you will know that you will never be alone forever in life, okay? Because you got this human being that's going to be dependent on you. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And it's sad that she feel like she can't get that from her husband. All this shit, have y'all noticed that? Have y'all noticed that? A lot of the stuff that she going through, Tiffany be coming up with, or they be coming up on Tiffany, instead of going through her husband or having her husband as support, she want to get it elsewhere. Like, you should be able to lean on your husband, right? You should be able to feel like you're not going to ever be alone because you got your husband as well. That's how I feel like in a relationship, because that's your equal yoke, right? That's your yin to your yang, right? That's your soulmate, right? They ain't soulmates, you know. And he just went down the line about how many losses she had. She just scared of her having another loss. That part, I understand. I really do. But I was also with Lewis. Bitch, we all have losses. That's just a part of life, okay? But, they got a little deep on Tiffany and them. I was like, oh, okay. Bitch, I'm listening. Let me apply this shit to my goddamn life. Maybe Dr. Francis ain't that bad at all. So when they get to talking about this baby situation, and, you know, Tiffany gets to saying, you know, she does have a fear of being alone. She don't really like being alone by herself as it is. You know, she like being around people. Baby Marceau jumps in and says, so if you have a baby and you already talking about that you working a lot or whatever, how you gonna bring a baby up into that? She was like, I work well in the chaos, okay? You know, I don't plan the baby. I didn't plan the first one, so why would I plan this one? I said, girl, okay. And then Marcel flipped it on Lewis. Okay, so if you have a baby, like what was going to be gone from you? You ain't going to be able to get he said less sex, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what happens. You have less sex and, you know, all of this stuff. But the issue is, Lewis, when you brought that issue up at the Rage Room, you kept on talking about that while y'all was down in Atlanta, okay? You was just mad because you wasn't getting as much sex as you want from your wife, right? So now it's like, okay, that you will be having less sex once you have this new baby in the house and both of you guys are working as well, and you're going to be tired and all of that, you know? So it was just like, you know, and Dr. Francis had to be like, how many psychology books, philosophy books have you read? And he was like, I read a lot. And it was like, you know what he do? He asks philosophical questions on philosophical and existential questions, okay? And he does it in a way that he reverses it so that he won't have to answer them, okay? He gives an answer so that he's not really answering it because he's scared to be vulnerable to actually answer the question. He was like, no, I told you I'm going to open up a book, okay? I tell you about my divorce. I told you about this. I said, Lewis, we know nothing about you. Yes, you got a divorce. Yes, Tiffany got a divorce. Tiffany got adopted. You know what I'm saying? She had some crackhead parents. Okay, we get that. Other than that, what else do we know about y'all? Y'all was prying up into everybody else's business, and that was my issue when they first came on, and that's what Kimmy had to bring up in there. You're not being transparent. You have an issue when everybody else start asking you questions, and, you know, we're trying to do this exercise, and you're not giving what is supposed to be gave. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving the question, the information that's supposed to be put out there. Okay, because you're hiding something. It's like you're trying to make it seem like you're this perfect couple, and not necessarily 100% perfect. Like, let's say 95%. Yeah, we got a little issue here and there, but other than that, we're great. We're great. And it just ain't like that, baby, because your facade is falling the fuck off. Okay, it's sliding off that something else is going on, or, you know, that y'all just putting on a goddamn front at this point. Dr. Francis clocked it when he first saw them, and he said, I didn't ask no questions, but I saw as soon as it came in, you know, and, you know, of course you're going to get offended. He said, of course you're going to get defensive. And it was like, no, I'm not getting defensive. Yeah, you are. You are. You're not going to agree because you're getting called out. And my whole thing is, you can't want other people to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. You're trying to say that you've been transparent and you've been open and you've been honest. And again, what exactly do we know about Tiffany and Lewis as a couple? We don't know. I mean, granted, we don't need to know, but compared to how the other couples have been displaying their stuff, and I'm not even talking about the drama, I'm talking about within their relationship. we know a lot of stuff about them. Maybe because we've been seeing them for the past 4 seasons, but we got to know a lot about them within the first 2. Okay? And then the real drama and messy shit really started coming in the end of the 2nd and 3rd season. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do we know about Tiffany and Lewis? They're still a fucking big mystery. And they got clocked on that shit. But anyway, that's the Love and Hip Hop. Love and Marriage, girl. Love and goddamn Marriage, Huntsville, okay? Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Baby, oh my God. Do I have to stay? I ain't gonna be able to stay up tonight. Oh my God, I'm gonna be so fucking tired. I might wake up a little bit early. You know what? I might do it at work. I got an hour before I go to work. Well, before I open up to the public, I might record the Kanan Raising Power video so that y'all can have it before it comes out. Because then I don't want to have to force myself to do it before and then have to do Real Housewives and then Married to Medicine. You know, then I have to do Bell Collector tonight. Girl, I'm tired. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode. I hope it made sense. I told y'all I'm tired as hell. I will be better and on my A game next week. No more excuses. I'll see y'all later. Peace.